What's up, everybody? I woke up this morning and I felt compelled to share with you why the results of last night's election excited me. And not because of who won, but because of how people reacted to who won. You see, my Facebook feed last night was filled with people who were so hurt and scared and angry that they were lashing out. They were cursing and name-calling and degrading people, unfriending people, pointing fingers and blame. These are the same people who normally fill my feed with videos and links to articles and memes and quotes about how to create a more loving planet, how to create a more connected human race. And it was so intense to see the same people who for months have been condemning the behavior of Donald Trump and saying that he represents fear and anger and hatred. To see these people resort to the same sort of actions that they had been condemning for months, all the way up until election night. And then when something didn't go as planned, the emotional experience within them, they couldn't contain themselves, and it overflowed in behavior that they don't want to see on this planet. And if we can't transcend our own anger and our own fear and choose love in a situation like this, how can we expect others to do so? The work starts with us, and so I'm excited today because we got a bright, shining spotlight on all the areas within ourselves that we have work to do. We get to look at the parts of ourselves that are struggling to meet the other side with love and say, wow, that's the area that I get to start with. You see, we can't be surprised that these were the candidates that we had to vote between. We can't be surprised because these candidates are simply a reflection of where we are at collectively as a society. All of us. The winner of this election represents a reflection of what collectively people are feeling. And so it doesn't matter how many positive quotes that you put out on the internet, if you get lost in your anger and your fear and your hatred in these moments. We can't point the finger out and blame. It starts with us. How can we ask big corporations to choose a more loving decision in situations like the Dakota Access Pipeline if we can't do it first? If we can't do it, how can we ask politicians to make more loving choices when creating policy and law? And it's not easy. Okay, I recognize that. I posted about this on my Facebook page last night, and I received so many messages asking how. How can I choose love when I'm feeling so much anger and so much fear? And honestly, guys, I don't have a magic wand. I can't give you some magic answer about how to do it easily. But I can just share with you what works for me. In these moments, I remember that everyone is doing the best they can from their current level of consciousness, from their current level of awareness of what they think is possible in the world. They are doing the best they can. They voted for Donald Trump because they believe he is the best option. Even the people who want to just see everything blow up and burn down, they believe that to be the best option to get them to a vision of something better. And so Donald Trump won because of a silent majority. A vast number of people who supported him who were so afraid to voice that opinion that they kept quiet. They didn't believe that if they said that they supported this man, that their friends wouldn't unfriend them on social media, that their family wouldn't stop talking to them, that they would be met with a bunch of hatred and anger. And that's exactly what is happening right now. Imagine if we meet those people with love and compassion, it would shift what they think is possible in the world. If last night the entire country had come together in love and unity, the rest of the world would have had to shift what they think is possible. Our collective consciousness would have expanded. And only then would we be able to begin fixing the issues that we currently face. Like someone much smarter than me, Albert Einstein, like he said, we can't solve a problem with the same level of consciousness that created it. And so I'm excited today because we get an opportunity to expand. We get an opportunity to begin to truly solve the issues that face this planet and our human race. Because now we know that it starts with us. We can see all the areas where we're not fully embodied yet. And it begins by choosing love. Everything you're feeling right now, it's beautiful. It's perfect. And you get a chance to choose love in this moment. It starts with us. We get to be the change that we want to see in the world. You are seen, you are heard, and you are loved.